Hello, Joseph Z, and all of our friends out there for the word of the new year. Now look at this. I look like I'm going time traveling in my own special little space vault here. You can see me on my way to a meeting in Atlanta. And I believe that there's something about the lines of demarcation. It's good to observe this time of year. You know, it's funny because I was in Jerusalem for Rosh Hashanah, which would be the Hebrew New Year, and I love double dipping. I used to get in lines for revival twice, you know. If someone's laying hands, I'd sneak around after I got off the floor and get double dip. Anyway, so this is the double dip. If you didn't quite get your life aligned with the year, whatever Hebrew year we're doing right now, you get a chance in January to get it right. Gentiles follow the Jews anyway, so the Gentile calendar. But no, there is something about the marker of this year. It's important. This is the year Bob Jones prophecy. Things get delayed. They never happen exactly when you think they will. Remember, Bob Jones had a prophecy about the apostles coming forth. The Chiefs are going to come forth when the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. It didn't happen the first time, and it didn't happen right away the second time, but it's happening right now. Things are a little slow, but they're happening. And the apostolic is coming together. Oh, we're hitting an asteroid field here. Yeah, we're okay. But the apostolic's coming together, which is going to have an impact on the prophetic. What the apostles have lacked is unity. Donald Trump met with a number of the apostles, by the way, mega church pastors and leaders. And he said, which one of you speaks for the group? And they all laughed because we make fun of the Catholic Church because they have a pope and all that. Well, every church is a pope. We got more popes than the Catholic Church has. They only have to deal with one. We have roughly 300,000. That's how many churches there are in the United States. There's nobody listens to anybody else unless they're part of a network or they voluntarily do so. But what I want you to hear is this. This is the year in 24 when we're going through an open door and there are many adversaries. The devil knows where that door is. He doesn't want us going through it, but we're going to go through it. And we're not only going to go through it, but the apostolic unity is going to create a new threshold of activation for the prophetic. And so I'm calling out to all the prophets to be ready for the mobilizing of the ecclesia. America's in the state it's in because the gates of hell have not been assaulted by the church. God has had to use what we call common grace vessels. Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan. Every now and then Bill Maher stumbles into the truth and he stumbles out of it. These are the influencers. Now we have the Charlie Kirks, like I said, the turning points, but we also have like Steve Bannon's, and we got another echelon of guys like me with like 20 or 30 million downloads. We kind of talk to a more Christian element of the conservative movement. But the fact of the matter is, we're going to be seeing a different alignment this year, and it's going to be the grace of recognizing spiritual authority. It's going to be more division than there's ever been. It's going to be more opportunities to be carnal than there has been in terms of like speaking from yourself or being defensive or whatever. But the wise person will deal with their ego and their flesh and allow the Lord to move them into position. Because when the door opens up, in the open door, the enemy's going to hit whatever comes through. Let God go through first so that you're protected. If you go through those doors in the flesh, you're not going to experience that. I think I'm at the church and or at the hotel. I better end this broadcast now. But you got the idea. It's the year of apostolic unity, activating the prophetic. The prophetic on the campuses is going to go to a different level. We're going to see revival on campuses because the ecclesia is being formed. It's not revivals. It's the church coming together in the seven mountains, in the corporate world, in the business world, at a whole new level in Washington. There's going to be a different kind of ambassadorship. Church had nothing really to tell Trump before. I think that something's going to change. And I'm saying that almost like Trump will be there, which is weird because I haven't got a word on that. But everything I'm saying is I'm remobilizing of the church for the purpose of being a firewall in the nation. And that's for the purpose of the world, because God wants to buy time for the sheep nations of the earth. We cannot let China grab Taiwan this year. We can't let Russia make too much hay out of the victory they're having in the Ukraine. We cannot allow Iran to go unchallenged in the Middle East. All these things, the world's going to fly apart with the spirit of lawlessness, feeding the path for the Antichrist to rise, but not yet. It's the hour of harvest. All right, I'll talk to you a little bit later. God bless you. I've arrived at my planetary destination.